How you doing? I'm Ronnie Robinson, your host of Real Talk. Here with me today is my co-host,
Rhonda Robinson.
Wow, we are in the studio. What we finna do, what we do to continue to fight for 2 years. We not giving up.
Not at all. It's all about Breon.
That's what I'm talking about. St. Louis, wake up. All that's killing in St. Louis going on, we got to come together. It's us in our studio. We invite any parent out there. Most of all, I invite a man to sit next to me to make a difference. I don't care if your nephew was killed, your cousin, your little brother. My number is 636-614-8385. That's to all the men that gonna watch this. I want this to go viral. Once you see it on Facebook, I want you to tag it, keep it going. I'm trying to reach out to at least 50 men in the next 70 days. 70 days. I ain't trying to put no pressure on you ladies, but I need to reach 50 men to try to make a difference before this temperature get hot again. Within 70 days, I want 50 men to reach out to me at 636-614-8385. Ronnie Robinson, I am your host of Real Talk.
Just want to talk about dealing with the death of a child. For a mother, it's really difficult, although it may be your only child, or it may be that you have other children, but just totally dealing and trying to live through life, dealing with the loss of a child is very difficult. I know it's been difficult for me, and I can only imagine what other mothers are going through also. I'm not an expert, but this is a club that I'm in that I didn't want to join. So I want to challenge any mother that is going through what I'm going through, losing a child, whether it's through a murder or illness, it doesn't matter. Just the loss of a child is a life-changing event. So I'm actually starting a blog, and I'll actually give you more details on that the next time we actually shoot. But for now, my cell phone number is 314-749-3012. And I just think that as mothers, we really have to come together because of the judicial system and what's going on in the city of St. Louis as far as all of the murders on the children and the adults. Breon was actually murdered 2 years ago. This time last year, this time 2 years ago, we were actually planning his services. He was actually murdered on January the 25th. January 26th is when they actually discovered his body in a dumpster in St. Louis. And of course, that's when the whole thing began, and then his services was actually on February the 10th. So it's been a trying time for us, just dealing with it on a day-to-day basis, and then you have to go back and you deal with this, and you have birthdays and things like that. So I'm just really, really reaching out, or want to reach out to any mother that actually just want to hold a conversation and talk to someone that actually know what she is going through, because there's so many times where people know our stories and they'll say, oh, I know how you feel, but until you've lost a child, you really don't know how I feel or how I could ever feel. So again, my number is 314-749-3012.
I'm Ronnie Robinson. I'm your host of Real Talk. I had a challenging week. I went down to the Warren's office to drop off a CD, and I gave it to his secretary, which Chris know he got the CD. I went up to Kim Gardner's office, had gave the lady the CD. I put pictures on Facebook with me putting it in the slot, but I was approached by one of Kim Gardner's, I call it a goon. Anytime a person just walk up on you and say they don't put you out of a building, and I told him, well, put me out the building. Just put your hands on me. Go ahead, put me out. But you don't want to really put me out because you don't know who I am. And I say people don't know who I am for a reason. Because I could get ignorant just like people can get ignorant, but I try to keep myself very professional because I know what I'm working with. I'm working with too many people that don't know what they're doing but just got a job. And I'm finding out that. And me and this gentleman, we're going back and forth, and it's a janitor on the other side of the wall, and he comes out to the lobby and just stands there. So I'm like, well, they turned the political office into a goon office. And I feel like it was very disrespectful for me as a father to be dropping something off and get approached by somebody that didn't have a business card, say he worked for Kim Gardner. How do I know you work for Kim Gardner? You don't have a business card to give me or anything. Then he tell the lady behind the glass, don't I work for Kim? She say, yeah, you work for Kim, but that's still unprofessional, the way you do things. Because first of all, if I'm talking to a lady behind the glass and he approaches me, it's a way to approach me. My way is, I'm looking at her, so don't you pull my attention over here to you, because now you standing up near me, but the first thing you say, you want to know what I'm dropping off, and I say a tape. Well, we making sure ain't no threats on her life. Well, first of all, why would I bring a tape down threatening somebody? So with Kim Gardner not doing her job, holding up this case and holding up other cases, it's very frustrating to me as a father, knowing I've been out there on the grind for 2 years and I don't keep grinding. So how you feel?
When you told me about that, of course I was very disturbed about it. But there's a lot going on with Kim Gardner and her office and the cases that have been dismissed. I just feel that Kim and her office should do their job, number one. Number two, if they feel that they cannot hold up their position and do their job, then I know that it was an elected position, but step down. If you're not going to do the people any justice, then you should actually remove yourself from the position. And that's how I feel right now. If she is not going to hold her office responsible and solve some of these murders, make convictions, have court dates, then remove yourself. I know there was a couple weeks ago where we were supposed to do another talk show, and the host of that talk show basically was telling me what I could say and what I couldn't say, and she, for whatever reason, thought that it was going to be me bashing Kim. Well, number one, that's not my character to bash anybody. Number two, my character is to hold people accountable for things. And Kim is in an office where she needs to be held accountable. And that's what I really want her to do. But it takes not only Kim, it takes the homicide department to do their job. But it takes the citizens to actually do their part. These are our children that are getting murdered. These are our sisters, our brothers, nieces and nephews. We have to step up as relatives of these people that have actually gotten murdered and help the detective to solve some of these murders. We can't just totally put it all on the police department to do it. We have to talk. We have to talk. We have to stand up for something, because if we don't stand up for something, we'll fall for anything.
Well, it's time for people to come to the truth.
Yeah.
You got people that just don't want to face the truth.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, well, as I'm known on both sides of the water, it's people that was with our son that was supposed to be his friends, family members that's supposed to be on the side of you, that you may not want to say anything because it's going to come back on you. But I'm not gonna stop because I know well as his mom know. He wasn't the type person that just always not get. He didn't get along. He got along with too many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He put himself out there like Mr. Friendly.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, I don't want to say anything. Well, guess what? What if it was your boy? What if it was your cousin? What if it's supposed to be your homie, as y'all say? Since y'all call me OG, let me keep it real with you. Since I'm the OG now, will you get to be the OG? Or would you be done like he was done? Think about that. Would you get to be an OG? Or will you be done like he was done? Or murdered like he was murdered? Like these kids getting killed and all this killing on both sides of the water? Or would you just step up to the plate and say, enough is enough?
And again, I agree because whoever did this to Breon knew them. Because Breon didn't have a bad bone in his body. He didn't. It was no way that he would cause anybody to be hurt. And to put this kind of harm on him and to do this to him is very, very disturbing. So whoever murdered Breon knew them, and they were close to Breon. Breon knew them. I stand on that until the day I die. Breon knew them. And you can run, but you cannot hide. That's for sure. You can run.
Oh
but
no, you can't hide.
Yeah.
I mean, I had so many names come at me, and I took it to the detective. And one thing about me, a lot of people gonna need me because everybody need a car, and I throw that out there because that's my profession. And I'm always gonna deal with young people of all ages. And when you hear, don't trust so and so, and don't trust so and so, they ain't his boy. They ain't cool like they pretended. I just keep it to myself. I tell his mom, hey, just be extra careful. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Cause we got a thing now. You can't be trusted. And when you can't be trusted, you best believe you'll show you can't be trusted by your personality.
Yeah.
When you start seeing personalities change. And one thing I can say, I thank Collinsville Police Department. I met with them yesterday. So if you're hiding in Collinsville, you can't hide long in Collinsville. Just like I met with the sheriff in St. Clair County, and I'm be in Centerville talking to the sheriff, Chief Brown, and I'll be here in East St. Louis talking to the chief here in East St. Louis. I'm talking to all the chiefs. I ain't talking to no police, even though you know me and the police know me. I'm talking to the chief for a reason. So I'm asking all the chiefs on both sides of the river, when I meet with y'all, let's team up. Let's put this behind us, because I'm fighting hard. But let's put these other cases behind those parents in St. Louis. There's too many parents out there hurting. And once again, I reach out to these fathers. I don't care if you're a good uncle, want to be a good brother. You can reach me at 636-614-8385. Remember one thing, you can sit next to me and you can say whatever you want on Real Talk. Things you may not be able to say on anything else, because we don't cut, we don't edit. What you get is what you hear.
I just want the mothers to, and not just the mothers, I just want everybody to just take responsibility. Whatever you know about a murder, not just Breon's murder, but anybody that have been murdered that you know. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers, call the police department. And we have to stop this, because if we don't stop it, then it'll continue. It'll trickle down to the next generation. So it's our responsibility to actually live peacefully as possible, and that's in the Bible. So talk, even if it's Breon's case, if it's somebody else's case, call the detective, call the homicide department, whether it's in Illinois or Missouri. These people have to be held accountable. They cannot just walk the streets and think that they can murder people and get away with it. So I am pleading with everyone that's watching this video to actually pick up the phone and call the homicide department. Call Crime Stoppers, because the least little thing that we think is not a clue or a piece of evidence, it can be. Crime Stoppers is totally anonymous, and if I'm not mistaken, the detectives are also. So call. I am pleading with you all to call so that we can get some of these murders solved. And that's what we have to do as a community. We have to stick together. We have to stand up. We have to stand up. It's a must. We have generations of children following behind us, and we have to set some kind of standards. We cannot continue to not have our children be able to go outside and enjoy life the way we once did. So we have to stand up. We have to talk. We have to.
Well, you have heard it from Real Talk. Ronnie Robinson, your host.
Rhonda Robinson, your co-host.
We are done
We're done
for the day,
for the day.
but we'll be back. We can't stop till we get justice. Remember, love your family. And family members out there that know me and friends that know me, you know something that you may not want to tell me, tell his mother. Because I ain't easy to listen to sometimes, and I know I ain't. But I ain't gonna stop fighting unless the good Lord stop me from fighting. And as long as I'm pushing, he give me breath in my body. What you think?
I'm with you.
And I thank you.
Thank you.